Flanders-Roubaix double for Mathieu van der Poel made it a classic season to remember for the Dutchman last year. Whilst he was taking the plaudits, a crash, of course, denied Wout van Aert any chance to win 2 races that are glaring omissions from his CV. So what can we expect to be different in 2025? Nathan, tell us.
Mathieu has the biggest palmarès. Wout also lost 2, or he missed 2 classics campaigns. One time due to COVID, and then last year due to a terrible crash. But Mathieu has just proven to be a better cyclist when it really comes down to the biggest goals of them all. Because Wout also has won a great amount of classics. Gent-Wevelgem, E3, Sanremo. Basically all the classics you would like to win, except for Flanders and Roubaix, which are the two biggest.
He almost won it as well. And when he came up against Mathieu in his first one, he almost won. If he'd have started in front of him, he'd have won. Because I think he was behind him, and it was just a drag race next to them side by side.
Yeah.
And he was getting there, but he was
This
just
is a puncture
unlucky.
of 2 years ago, which broke all of our hearts collectively because he was doing so well until here, and I really fancied his chances. But I mean, I would say, honestly, I could watch these 2 race against each other all day long, every day of the week. They are beautiful to watch, Nathan, aren't they?
Yeah, in my opinion, this is the most beautiful rivalry there is. Also because I've experienced from up close. Mathieu has been. I grew up racing with Mathieu actually. Then I turned to the team of Wout, and actually always raced against Mathieu. Always tried to come up with a plan how to beat him. And yeah, it's something that it's not gonna. I'm not gonna say it keeps you up at night, but it keeps you busy, and you keep thinking about it. How could we make a plan to beat this guy because he's so strong, because he's so good. And
but the fact they've come up together as well through the age groups, and the fact they've raced each other in cyclocross since they were 12, there is added beef to this, isn't there?
I wouldn't call it added beef, but it's a fact that they have always raced against each other, and I'm also convinced that because they always raced against each other, that they also pushed each other towards new limits, and they grew together. And it's been a period that Wout has won 3 cyclocross world championship titles in a row. Now Mathieu has 6 or 7. I've lost count. So now Mathieu is again the better cyclist. So that also keeps you hungry and always aiming higher and trying to beat the other guy, basically. Yeah.
I think what's interesting as well, when you watch Wout, what you said about watching them together, I like to watch them together in the classics. That's it. Because I think after that, then it's Grand Tour season, and that's when it's. But it's different. But that's when Wout turns into
Wouty.
A better rider than Mathieu, I think. And I think that's fair to say. There's no disrespect to either of them, but I just think Wout's more of a Tour de France rider. He can climb so much better than Mathieu on the longer climbs. And that's when you get the more rounded cyclist. And I think that's always, for me, Wout's... It's almost against him a little bit that he's got that Mathieu doesn't have. But Mathieu's got, I don't know, say Wout's got 90% classics and 10% Tour. Mathieu's just got 100% one-day races, and I think that's his advantage almost.
And also, in my opinion, they enter the Tour de France with a different mindset.
Yeah, and different goals.
Different goals, different mindset, and they enter the classics with the same mindset, and that is winning. So that's where that's prime rivalry during the year. Let's say it happens again at the World Championships, for example, but. If you want to watch those 2 race against each other on their highest level, it's going to happen the coming weeks.